Good evening, I'm Giuseppe Bartoli, and it's May 18th, 2020. And on this Monday, I'm going to share with you another poem from The Fifth Most Wanted Man, published by Mag Press in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, and Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. The poem I'm going to talk about today is called Mugshot, and it's on page 75 and 76. And it goes like this. Mugshot. 1. Sunday morning, and it seems the sex shops, prostitutes, cabarets of Pigalle have abided by the Sabbath. Even Montmartre has yawned herself back to sleep, tiptoeing our way out of the arrondissement in order to avoid waking last night's joie de vivre, swearing the Moulin Rouge made a pass at us. 2. Cutting across a quartier in Paris feels like the weight of the needle of my vitrola, reading the modulated spinal grooves of your body, the hot sharpness of my imaginary playing point, breaching your waxy skin over and over, giving birth to a sound of our own. 3. Walking into a Sichuan shop in the Chinese barrio, we buy two identical yet imperfect mugs, like our love, with a fistful of corroded francs no one bothers to count, coated with a gray of aging and paint clumps like wrinkles, where the microwavable mugs are a signal of marriage. I have doubts because everything's in euros now. 4. On our last morning in Paris, with a Freudian slip of the hand, one of the mugs took off like an Air France Concorde, blowing up all over the 13 square meter runway, only to be met with an unexpected consolation kiss. It's just a mug. Don't worry about it. 5. A year later, I find myself retracing the rules of our love: Rue de General Camus, Rue de Billesexer, Rue de Camp. As if nothing had happened, though, without knowing it then. After that following morning, we never kissed again. A metro musician dropping his petit pourboire cup, each coin finding a different fate, was a mugshot of closure. Nothing happened again like that. No, not even such consolations. So yeah, this is like the 5 poems are kind of like the 3 to 5 pictures you tend to get in those photo booths, and that's what I was aiming at when I wrote that. It's a very sad poem. It kind of ends the book on breakup, when the book began with heartbreak. So one version or another is kind of like synonyms one end to the other of the book. But sometimes it is, and it comes with 2 excellent recommendations from poet Todd Swift and poet Vanna Capilel, both very talented writers. You should read their books. I'm sure maybe they'll drop a link below where to find their books, or you can Google it. And yeah, that's so much what I have to say today. Sometimes our memory is like those strips you get those machines. And you have to try to rebuild it one day at a time. It's not easy. It's not nice. It's arduous, but you can do it. It's what you need to do. You need to move on. My way of finding closure in many issues was writing this book. Originally, this was over 300 poems. If you asked Todd, boy, he wanted to just. He looked at it. Also, Bonnie saw part of the versions, Vanna Capillo and Paul Perry, and they looked at me like, "That's kind of big." And yeah, I realized I can do another monstrosity like my collected writings, which was Excerpts of Life in 2003. So this is the final product. I thank you very much, Todd, for your help. And if you want to buy a good book, go to iWare Publishing on the internet in London, iWarePublishing.com, or which is now they've made an alliance and buy a book, or from Mag Press. Anyway, don't forget to, or you can buy it from Editorial Apogeo as well if you want to online. So please stay at home, stay safe, and be happy. All right, have a good night. Bye.